welcome to my channel. My name is Mama Sawa and I'm reaching out to you from Accra, Ghana. This is my new YouTube channel. I'm actually a newbie here, so bear with me if I make some of the mistakes that people have gone over and over and over and told us not to make. This is a new hobby that I've adopted. Well, today what I want to talk about is foundation brands that I miss but cannot find. I was sitting and reminiscing, and then I started thinking about some of the foundation brands that I used to have that were really good, but now you just can't find them anymore. And the first one that I actually wanted to talk, I'm so funny, I actually have notes for this, you know, I take everything so serious, like this is just a YouTube channel, come on. So what I'm gonna do is to go back in time with you guys and talk about 3 main foundations that I have noted down that I realized that, listen, if they were to revive these 3 foundations, I would run and buy them because they were really good. I loved them, absolutely loved them. So I think the first one that I'm gonna talk about is Fashion Fair. Fashion Fair, I remember when some time back I started getting this hyperpigmentation and my color was completely off. So at that point I wasn't really using foundation. I was wearing makeup, but I wasn't wearing foundation. It was mostly just powder and yeah, just the powder, and then I would fill in my brows. That was all I was doing. So my mom came up to me and was like, listen, your color is off. To be able to even it out, why don't you use this foundation? And I remember it was Fashion Fair, some cream to powder foundation, and it was in that pink package, that pink container, and mind me, it was so amazing. It was so amazing. It gave me this glow, and wherever I went, people would compliment my skin. I'm like, you don't know what's underneath there, the hyperpigmentation that I'm missing here. You have no idea. But it was completely amazing. And then I used it for a while, and you know, that's the funny thing, it lasted so long because I used it for a very long time. It didn't actually come to mind that, you know what, why don't you just purchase a bit more and put it down? I thought it would always be available. Now it seems like when you mention Fashion Fair, people think straight to old people. And secondly, they've even changed composition of the products, and they are not as good as they used to be. I mean, personally for me, it's not something. The one in the brown, the new bronze looking packaging that they've done is not something that I would go for. But I just want to reach out. Listen, Fashion Fair used to make some really good makeup, and I loved it. The shade matched perfectly. Listen, what I loved about it was that it just gave me this glow. Makes your skin look so healthy, you know, and it was one of the shades that matched me perfectly. One thing about me is that I have been looking for my right shade from God knows when. You know, I'm the type who wanted to use, like, if I pick a bottle of foundation, I don't want to have to mix it before getting my color. I want it to be easy. Like, sometimes it's so hard. Even this that I'm wearing, I actually have on L'Oreal Paris Infallible full coverage weightless foundation in the shade Cocoa. Okay, this actually happened because they had run out of some of the lighter shades, so I had to pick Cocoa, which is quite dark and a bit red. But what I did is that I mixed it up with Hard Candy's Glamouflage Heavy Duty Concealer. I mixed it up in the shade which one is this? It's a very light one. Yeah, so I mixed up the two to be able to get this color, which kind of looks close to my shade, and of course I add powder and highlight, and so it somehow makes it work. Now, because of all the other techniques to beating our faces, like sometimes it doesn't even matter that much what shade you use, you seem to find a way to make it work. So that's the luck. I play around with colors a lot, but I have never actually been able to get my outright shade. So that's how come I loved my fashion fair. I loved my, because I would use just that. I wouldn't add anything else. I would use just that and I would look amazing. Second one that I discovered when I went to London, I think it was in Selfridges. I don't know, but one of this huge department store, I found it there, and it's the Beverly Night Full Cover Oil Free Foundation. I don't know how many of you guys ever heard of Beverly Night, but she was this UK pop singer, very famous at the time. So she came out with her own cosmetic line. She had the foundation, she had eyeshadows, she had the powder, which I didn't really go for because it didn't give that much coverage. It was kind of sheer powder. But the foundation, the Beverly Night foundation, let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys, it was, when we talk about full coverage, that is what we call full coverage. And the shade, that is what kills me the most when it comes to these foundations. Like, the shade was amazing. It was my perfect color. And for that one as well, all I had to use was that one bottle. I didn't need to buy 2 different shades and mix, or I didn't need to do anything else. It was exactly my color. You know, I'm sure from what you can tell that I'm a bit orangey. Like, I'm not like light yellow undertone light. No, I'm orangey red. Like, I can get red. So I loved Beverly Night. Like, it was great, and it was in a bottle with a pump. And you know, it came at a time when women of color were still struggling with finding their shades in many of these famous brands that we know. Even MAC was sometimes a bit problematic, because I remember I was an NW43 to NW45. I would use NW45, it would be too dark, and then I would use NW43, it would be too light. But now, glorious, they have NW44, and MAC has really done well. They really advanced and tried to fill in the gaps where certain shades are not able to find their true match. So that's great. But I mean, Beverly Night was great, but apparently due to poor marketing, this foundation or this makeup brand was removed. And sometimes it makes me so mad, because you put your product out there and you reach out to us, you actually trap or catch a certain customer base, and then at the end of the day you disappoint us. Like, you do not live up to standards. Like, it's your responsibility to make sure that you hold the brand, hold the product, keep it going, so that we, the customers that you're serving, will also be satisfied. But now it's been taken off. It's been taken out of all those stores, Selfridges, I don't know where else it was. And I was actually very disappointed. I was very disappointed when it was taken out. But well, my shade was warm chestnut. I recently actually tried searching on it to see if maybe some smaller stores are still stocking, but it seems no. Wherever you go, they tell you it's run out, and if they're new, if they get any new stock, they would let you know. But obviously it's never coming back. I don't think it's ever coming back. And then the last but not the least was Bobbi Brown. Of course, Bobbi Brown, the brand is still standing strong. It's more or less sort of a high-end makeup, and they make really great products too. I opted for Bobbi Brown because I used to do, like I told you back then, I used to really struggle with finding, and it was my mission to find that one product which would just fit me completely. So what I did was I did a lot of research, and then I somehow found out that Bobbi Brown had my tones. A lot of reviews that were given about the products claimed that the tones were more of what I was looking for. So I decided, I remember back then I was in France, I was in Creme, and I had to order because it was difficult finding Bobbi Brown in that city in France. Even in Paris, the Sephora in Paris. Let me tell you, if those of you in US think that you suffer with finding your shades, come to France. You know, like you don't even it's so limited when it comes to the shades for women of color. It's so limited, but I guess they've advanced a little bit more now, so it's much better. But back then, let me tell you, I had to order from Saks Fifth Avenue online and have it sent to a friend of mine in New Jersey, who then shipped it to me in Grenoble in France. Yes, that is how badly I wanted it. So I ordered the concealer, I ordered the pressed foundation, because for that product I was assured that their products were amazing, all of their products, not just the foundation. So I ordered the foundation, the concealer, the pressed powder, and I loved it. And for this particular one, I'm talking about the Natural Finish Long Lasting Foundation. It's still available, but they changed the composition and now it's become the Long Wear Even Finish Foundation. And the day that I bought that, after using up the Natural Finish Long Lasting Foundation, and I wanted to buy the Even Wear, and I wanted to buy another bottle, more or less, and then I realized I couldn't find this thing. Like, what happened? Then I realized that they had made some changes and then come out with a new product, which was the Long Wear Even Finish Foundation. And tell you what, I didn't like it. I didn't like it as much as I liked the previous one, because the shade had changed. It had become a little bit more ashy. In fact, I was really disappointed with Bobbi Brown. Like, why did you have to do that to me? It's not fair. The shade had become a little bit more ashy, and I actually got it, but when I used it and I didn't really like it, eventually I dropped. Bobbi Brown products are great products, but I was a little bit disappointed that they changed that particular one. And I mean, honestly, the shade didn't match me, so I didn't go back to purchasing that foundation. And the thing is that I am into full coverage foundation. That is what I'm always looking for, full coverage foundation. And because I have blemishes on my face, and like I told you, the hyperpigmentation and everything, so I like full coverage. So these are my 3 favorite products. I mean, I'm sure you can see, I put the pictures up so that you can see how they used to be packaged and how they even look. I think this is an interesting topic to discuss. So I'm actually throwing out to you other MUAs, or even if you're not an MUA, if you're out there and you also have 3 favorite products that you loved so much but have either been discontinued or people don't even care for it anymore. It's like it's old school. When you even bring it up, everybody, I mean, rolls their eyes or laughs at you. Do a video and tag me, and let's see how the chain goes, and let's see if we can come up with all those names that we probably have even forgotten about. And watch out for my next video, makeup brands that I wish would expand their lines, because they have great products but the shades are so limited. I'm sure you would love to hear that, right? So guys, do make a video and tag me. Let's see how far this goes, and let's see that we are missing out on. Of course, as always, if you love my videos, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, or if you have anything you would want me to discuss in upcoming videos, put that in the comment below and I will address them. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this. I wish you a pleasant day. Bye.